Alright guys, no intro on this one. I don't feel like doing a big long intro to be honest. We're going to be building a website. I gotta adjust my mic here. I've built a few in the past, and this one's already partially built. I did a little bit on it, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. So we're going to be kind of working on that today. Um, so this is for a business called Osbeorn, which is one that I helped start. And essentially, what we do is server hosting for people, like Minecraft server hosting. And so I was like, you know what? I think it'd be cool if I go ahead and update the website that they're currently using. The one that they are currently using, I'll go ahead and full screen the screen cap here. It is osbhosting.us, and this is sort of what it looks like. We used to have a picture here, and then I don't know what happened to it. It's gone now. Same with all these. We used to have backgrounds on these. They're gone. And then we have the pictures of ourselves here. This site has worked perfectly. It's gotten us business. It's honestly a great site, but I feel like it's time to replace it. Certain things aren't working anymore, like the pictures, and I've gotten kind of tired of the UI on. To be completely honest, it's just not looking quite as crisp as it did at the time. And of course, it looks good. It's a good looking site, but I feel like it's time to replace it. So that's where this beta site came in. You know, I did a lot of the stuff for this, and I think it looks great so far. It's got a lot of really cool things, like whenever you hover over these, they sort of pop off the page. Just a lot of small things like that that look really awesome. And I hope to make this site look 10 times better with a little bit of programming. I want to make this site a dark theme. I don't want it to be all bright like this. I don't like bright websites at all. And so I think that's going to be like kind of the main thing that we're doing. I also want to add links to all these right here, because right now they just go to nothing. If you click them, they just take you right back to the same page. So I want to try and fix that if we can. So let's go ahead and actually do that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I actually have a face cam in this video, so if I go ahead and see here, I believe I should be able to get that going. So we have this right here. Hey guys, what's good? And then we have this one right here, which is sort of what we'll be using most of the time. So let's go ahead and actually get started here. I'm going to open up Inspect Element. Now, a lot of you guys underestimate Inspect Element. It's something that a lot of people don't use. I don't know why it didn't open. Here it is. So a lot of people don't like Inspect Element because it doesn't save the changes and stuff. But this allows me to do a couple of things. One, it allows me to make changes live on the website and see them as I'm making them. And also you can export the HTML as well as CSS or JavaScript or anything that you edit. You can export that and save it in your website. Right now we're using GitHub to host our website, but we are going to be moving it over to a web server sooner rather than later. If you're not a nerd and you're not going to like this video, I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. You're not going to like it at all. Okay? I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a pretty nerdy video. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to add a little thing in here so you guys can see sort of what I'm doing live, because right now all you can see is the website, and that might not be ideal. So I probably should have done this earlier, but sorry, I guess. There's not really much I can do. I'm going to go ahead and get this so that it looks good. I'll actually put it right behind myself. So we'll do that for now. I know it's not perfect, but it should work fine for now. Actually, I'll just move it up just like that. All right, now you guys can see what I'm doing. You can't see the Osbeorn logo, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, let's go ahead and start editing stuff. First, I want to make everything dark. Like I said, guys, I don't like bright websites. They look terrible in my opinion. I mean, not terrible, but just not ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and edit some of this, make it a little bit darker. We are going to have to change out that logo. I forgot I didn't make that a PNG, which is perfectly fine. I can do that later on. I'll actually do black for that. I think that'll look nice. And then I'll do the rest of it kind of a dark gray. Now, I don't take UI classes. I don't take design classes or anything for these. I do what I think looks good. And in my opinion, a pure black website is just not really always a great option, because white text with a pure black background just it doesn't work very well. At least from my experience. Now, I could be wrong. You might have other opinions, but I'm just telling you what I prefer, and I'm the one who's making this website, so I'm going to do it how I want to do it, obviously. So you can see we've got kind of a good design going here. I think this looks great, to be honest. I think this will work really well. Now, a lot of the text already kind of works, but we need to change that. We need to change this shadow right here. some of that kind of stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that. First, I'm going to change this text though, because currently it's black, or it's not black, but it's like a really dark gray, and that looks cool, but it's not right. It's not going to work. So we'll go ahead and change that real quick here. I'm not sure if it's tied into this right here, this color. No, it's not. I'll put that back. A lot of this is kind of just experimenting, but I think this is the one that it uses. Yep. So we'll go ahead. I don't want to do pure white. That does look really nice, but I want to do kind of a gray. Or, you know what else I can do? I can just lower the opacity, which will work really well if I ever want to make the background like a color. It won't look weird on that. So that's cool. And then the OSB, I think that looks fine, to be honest, because we're not doing pure black or like a light gray. I think it looks fine. But if you're doing kind of a light gray or something, you're going to want to change that to something a little bit different. Right here where it has these letters, we're going to go ahead and change those to make them work a little bit better for us, because that text is not very easy to read. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and change some of that. This is not, I borrowed a lot of the HTML from a different person, which is cool because it saves a lot of time, but it's also not very cool because a lot of it's kind of difficult to read. What I can do here, I don't think it's pulling that, but I don't know where else it would be pulling it from, so we'll just do important. And I didn't spell that right. Yeah, I did. Okay, so it just does not want to read that color. Okay. I've never had that happen before, actually. That's kind of odd. These buttons are weird. This is going to be a really quiet stream, I'll just tell you all that. I don't know why it's not changing. That is kind of odd. It should change the color of the text. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I wouldn't change that. I'm going to leave it for now. I'll come back to that button if it doesn't change later on. But it should just go ahead and change. I don't see why it didn't. And I'm going to go ahead and also change these, because dark gray text is not going to work on a black background. So we'll go ahead and brighten those up a bit. And we'll actually do the same color as the hosting letters right there. And I think that looks pretty awesome. That's just my opinion, though. So this right here, I don't think that's going to work. We'll go ahead and set that to be on a hover so that we can get the menu to appear. I got to figure out where it's pulling it from, though. Honestly, that actually, I think a white menu would actually look pretty good. So I'm not going to change that. Change of plans, sorry. We'll go ahead and change this, though, because white is not going to work. We'll make it a gray color here. Something like that. And then I'm going to change the shadow here to black. Okay, so that looks pretty awesome, in my opinion. We'll actually make it a bit darker. Honestly, I really like the black, but I don't want to have too much of the same color here. All right, that'll work. I like that a lot. So that looks pretty good. And now down to here, this is too bright. So we'll change that background a little bit here. We'll make that the same color. I'll actually make it a bit darker just to add some variety. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then we'll go ahead and make these boxes a different color here. So we'll do gray on those. We'll do that same color. I like to have matching colors. And you can see those actually look really good. The box shadow, whenever you hover over them, is not my favorite, so we'll just change that. There you go. Actually, you know what might look cool? It might look tacky, so we might not keep it, but purple. Yeah, I think that's too much. We can lower the... See, that looks kind of cool. I kind of like that, to be honest. I think it's a cool touch, but I don't want to have too much. We got a few comments here. Okay, that's not funny. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. We'll go ahead and change the text color on here. We'll make that the same as this right there. We could do it a bit darker. No, I like it. I like it lighter. I think that looks cool. And I'm going to change the background color on these again. I don't like that shadow color. We'll just do black like that. I think that's a bit too much. We'll make that half. And that's a nice good shadow. I like that a lot. So we had this background that goes behind the text, and I don't know how much I like that. And also, I was getting some feedback from the other owners of Osbeorn. They didn't like the this thing right here either. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. I can make it black, but I think I'll just make it the same color as this because I don't really like it that much. And then we'll go ahead and make that the same as that. So you can see we've got our popular plans again. And we'll change the background color on these to the same as that. Looks good. I like that a lot. We'll go ahead and make this. We'll do white and then we'll do that. Honestly, actually, I think we could do darker boxes like that. No, I prefer the lighter like that. I think that's good. Don't want to do too much though. Yep. All right. And then we'll change the text color here to something a bit different. If I can find the text color, that is. Might be using, nope, not using those. I don't know where it's pulling the text color from. We got some more. We're not going to show that comment. Yeah, if you're going to choose to watch a stream and like a professional stream that's showing what I do, you know, you don't need to make immature comments on it. You guys probably didn't see because I chose not to show it, but I don't feel that that's really necessary. I don't know why people do that. Okay, sorry about that. We're going to get back to this because I'd like to get this done today if I can. I've been putting this off for a little while now. That's too bright. I don't want to make these too bright. I think that looks good. I like that a lot. And then I don't know why these buttons didn't change. That's honestly really annoying. Yeah, I would like to know where they're pulling the text color from. Weird. Okay. What I can do... Yeah, it looks like they have the color right here, but I don't know. It's the background for the button. I can make the buttons all have a background, but I don't really want to do that. I don't think that would look all that amazing. So... I'm going to come back to the buttons later. I know I said that earlier, but I'm just going to come back to the buttons later. I don't know why they're not changing the color. It's a bit weird. We'll go ahead and change this background right here. This purple does look nice with a white background on the site, but with a gray background, I'm not really digging the purple. So we'll go ahead and change that just to another gray. I really like the color neutral sites where there's not too many colors. One little tip from me. I'm not professional with this or anything, but if you're going to add a footer like this to your site where it takes up like half the page when you scroll down, make it a darker color than the rest of the site. Then it can be a color, but it needs to be darker than like the main color on the site. It adds a lot of really nice contrast, and it's really like it looks really good to the user. Just throwing that out there so that some of you guys can, you know, use that. Honestly, I think it looks really awesome except for the buttons. I'll have to figure out the buttons later. I don't know why they're like that. What I can do is just add a color, unless this is the color they're using. Really, that makes me so mad. I just found the color in 2 seconds. Okay, Well, we figured out the color for the buttons. That's nice. I don't want to make them too dark, but I don't want them to be bright white either, because bright white text on a dark background on any background is not great. So that looks really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, honestly, this site looks really great already. So now I'm going to show you guys how to export this HTML as well as CSS into your site. So first you want to go over to where your site's being hosted. So in this case for me, it'll be GitHub. So you go log into GitHub, and I'm going to sign out because this is my personal account, not the Osbeorn account. Sign in. Can log into Osbeorn. I feel like I had this problem last time. I know why. We recently changed some things around, so it's actually going to be my account, not Osbeorn. So we'll log into myself, and then Osbeorn, yay. Okay, so this is the beta site, so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be beta right there at the top. Settings, let me just make sure. Yes, okay, so let's actually take a look here. This is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Okay, so that's what I just changed in this, like 15 minutes of editing. We have a light site and a dark site. So that's great. I really like that a lot. What I'd like to do far in the future is make it reactive to your system. So if your computer's using the dark Windows theme, you have the dark website, and if it's using the light theme, you have the light website. I've done that in the past, but I don't feel like doing that. It takes a lot of work, and you have to write like 2 different CSS pages, and it's honestly, it's a lot of work, and I think it's too much for one stream, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is come over here. You can see sources, and this kind of shows everything that we're using right now. No, it doesn't. It shows everything that you've opened. So all the CSS that we've opened, we have our CSS right here. This is all that we've edited. Forget that, we don't need that. And then we have our HTML. So the first thing you want to edit is the HTML. I don't think we've changed any of the HTML. The HTML, I just said that like 10 times, but the HTML displays everything. So like the text, you know, part of the buttons, like the links and stuff. HTML is a lot of the back end. The CSS is what you actually see. So all the colors, all the fonts, all the animations, all that is CSS as well as JavaScript. JavaScript handles a lot of the animations. CSS is what does like the colors and effects and things like that. Like smooth scrolling, that's, you know, a lot of CSS and HTML, but that's other stuff. That's just my example. So we're going to go ahead and right click on the very top line of text, right click that and click edit as HTML. Unless it's the doc type, don't click on that, click on the one below it. And you can see this is all the HTML for the entire site. So what I'm going to do is Control A to select it all, and Control C. And we're going to go ahead and come over here to index.html. This is going to be our main index file that we have right over here. Okay, I'm going to click the edit button. I'm not going to show you how I change it in GitHub. You might be using something else. I'm just going to go and paste in my new HTML. Okay. Commit changes, and that's done. Okay, I don't know what I edited, but it seemed to think that I edited something, so that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and come over here to sources now, and we have all our CSS. It's going to be the same thing. Come over, edit the corresponding CSS file. So right here, it's main container.css. That should be in here. Okay, it's not, so I'm not going to worry about it. Effects.css, copy that, find it. Once again, not in here. I don't know where it's pulling that from. I don't think we need this though. This is also not something I've ever seen before. Main.css is something that we have edited. Yep, that one's in here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take these, copy, paste. And if you have other CSS documents like main container and effect, I don't know where these came from. You shouldn't have these. I don't know what I edited that corresponded with these. A sidebar. Okay, this is Snap and Read. That's a plugin I have. I'm guessing this is from the same thing. Nope. Go away. Yeah, that's from plugins. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about those. Commit changes. And close out of those. So that is done. Okay. We have now edited the CSS as well as HTML. What we'll go ahead and do is duplicate this, refresh. If it doesn't have the new changes, open it in the incognito. If it still doesn't have the changes, then you need to edit some other stuff. So you can see most of it has been changed. We have a few things that didn't quite change, and that's fine, but the rest of it is changed. So that's cool. A lot of times when you're editing sites, not everything's going to change. I can't talk. Not everything's going to change. It's fine though. You just need to figure out where it's pulling that from. So we'll go ahead and come over to here, figure out where some of this is from. Okay, bootstrap.css, we have some of that. That is most likely our problem. So we'll come over here, CSS. I know for a fact it's in here, bootstrap. Give it a second. Okay. A tip from me, guys, if you're editing a site, always keep the site, like the live page that you're editing, open. Don't ever close that. You can always duplicate the tab, but don't ever refresh the one that you're editing, because that's going to have all your live changes saved in it. That's going to have everything you want. Okay, so if I were to come in here, and this is the one that I'm editing live, if I were to come in here and close this or refresh it, I've lost everything. Okay, I've made that mistake way too many times, and I'm just telling you, it is a huge pain in the butt if you make that mistake. So don't make that mistake. We'll go ahead and come back. You can see hasn't changed yet. And what we'll go ahead and do is highlight that. If I can highlight it, we'll do this one. You can see the background color that is part of bootstrap.css. If I change this, yep, that changes all that. So we have edited Bootstrap. We'll just refresh the page a few times. It'll take a second, and Chrome keeps its cookies. I hate that it does that. It's terrible for web development, but it's fine. You just got to get used to it. We'll do a different browser. I hate Microsoft Edge. I'm sorry if anybody that likes it is watching. I hate it. Okay, so it still didn't change. What we'll go ahead and do is find the part that's not changing. You can see bootstrap.css right here. We'll highlight all that, and we'll change it again. Sometimes GitHub takes a minute to apply your changes. There you go. So now we'll just give it a minute to do its thing. Still hasn't changed. That's very annoying. That's the thing with Chrome. It keeps its cookies, so you don't know exactly when it actually changes. But that's why you keep this site open, so you can continue editing with those changes. And whenever it comes time to update it again, you know, it's not a huge deal. So we'll go ahead and start adding links, I guess. That's going to be a lot of work. I really, really want to see this page, though, saved, like, properly. And I don't know why it's not changing things. The buttons all changed. Everything else changed. Everything looks really great, to be honest, except for this little bit and that. It's very annoying. So we'll come back in and change this again. Ooh, that would be a problem. We'll just make it the same. I don't know how I let that. Okay. Okay, so that looks really good. I like that a lot. Bootstrap.css right here. Highlight all that. Come over to here. Paste. Commit. All right. Avocado Onion says, imagine. Yep, imagine. Imagine building a website. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Okay. So there we are. There we not are. So we fixed part of it, but this is still broken. So I don't know why this isn't changing. That's sometimes sites do this, and it bothers me a lot because I don't know why they're doing it. It shouldn't be a problem that we're having though. If I just get rid of that, it's white. Okay. There could be something in here generating that, but I don't think that's very reasonable. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll figure it out later on. I'm not gonna sit here and get stuck on this one thing because that's not very productive. But yeah, that is extremely annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. It could be part of Chrome and its cookies. So we'll go into Edge, which has probably saved the site and the cookies as well. Yes, it has. Of course. Maybe I have Firefox on here. Hey, I do. Look at that. We got 3 browsers. Sorry about that. Everything went black. I know. Firefox probably had to update or something. I don't know. It brought up the thing on my screen that's like, allow it to make changes. Yeah, so I don't know why it's doing that. That is extremely stupid. Close. Why is it doing that? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find a part that's using the main.css and we'll do background color. Select the random color, doesn't matter. Important. So no matter what, because we marked that as important, it's going to always use this color that we just assigned. That's a tip. If you're struggling, you can't find where something is, use the exclamation point followed by important, and that will force that to be applied. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here, background color. Select a random color. Select the color you want, and that will force that to be applied. It will not force that to be applied. Now it'll be forced to be applied. Also down here, I don't know why that's dark, probably because of something that we changed. Yep. So I can make that a bit darker. That's going to change this as well. No, this, sorry, not this. I don't know why this is darker. We'll make that lighter. That looks a lot better. And then, oops, we need to pick a color out for this that's not too dark, but also not too light. That looks good. So now the footer as well as this section are going to match. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to make it all one color. I like it. I think that looks good. I wish I could make this darker. I probably can. Yep. I'm happy with it. I think that looks great. So now that's done. We're going to grab the main.css file, highlight all the text, copy it, come over to this. It'll be main.css. Yep. Main.css. And confirm, or commit, sorry. And we're done, hopefully, with that part of the site. That was kind of stressful, but it's okay. It should stay this time. I'm going to refresh it and the changes won't be saved yet because it hasn't had a chance to update. Another thing that you want to do is go to the site on your phone. That's a very smart idea, just to see how it looks on your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick here, just so we can sort of get an idea on like how it scales and things like that. So beta.osbhosting.us, your URL is going to be different. It still has that white section, but that's fine. We're not done yet. But you can see here, it's going to be really difficult to see. Yeah, you know what? I'll just pull it up on here. I'll just show you guys. It looks good. So yeah, I'm honestly really happy with the way that looks. I think it scales really well on mobile. I was honestly really proud of this when I first looked at it. I think that looks awesome. Pretty cool. I'm going to go and use the restroom, do a couple things. I'll be right back. So just, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm bad at that, whatever. Um, All right, I am back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go and get some water, but I'm all good now. Let's go ahead and get back to this site here. So, yeah, it looks really awesome on mobile. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Let's check again. Let's see. We don't have the incognito window open anymore. We'll have to go back to that. Yes, that's good. Yes, it's perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. Just got an email. Whatever. Yes, so this looks awesome. I'm really happy with this actually. Let's inspect. We need to change the background to this. I wasn't gonna do it at first, but I think I'm gonna do it. We'll do black. That looks good. We'll change the box shadow. We'll make that black as well. We'll do half just so it matches. There it is. We'll change the color on all these. We'll make that kind of that same grayish whitish color. And there you are. That looks good. I'm actually gonna make the menu a bit lighter. Just a tiny bit. Perfect. I think that looks awesome. If you want to do something different, you can do that with your website, but I think this looks great. And honestly, I don't really want too many menus, but for like our social media link, that's probably what we're gonna put right there. I think it's fine. So now what we'll go ahead and do, I've got all the other buttons linked. I'll show you here. We've got our Google form. We're not accepting new servers right now because of certain things. We need to get stuff sorted out, but we will soon. So I'm going to change this about link right here. Okay. I'm going to make this say management panel. I hope I spelled that right. I really do. That'll be really embarrassing if I didn't. And I'm going to change the link to our panel that we use. So panel.osbhosting.us. You can see, there it is. So we'll go ahead and copy this link here. And we'll paste that in right there. So now if we open this up in a new tab, you can just click it, but remember what I said earlier, I don't want to lose this page because this is our main page that we're editing. You can see. There it is. It's right there. So that's cool. We'll go ahead and keep that as that is. That's management panel projects. So we can do like a projects page where it shows like what we've all worked on. But what I want is like a dedicated staff page where it's got different sections for all the staff members of Osbeorn. So we'll have the CEOs like me, we have Devin and Alexander. We'll have those, and then when we eventually hire like more web developers or just developers in general, or admins for our Minecraft servers, stuff like that, we'll put them on there as well. So I would like to do that. I'll change this to staff. We'll do staff members. I like that a lot, staff members. So that's cool. Pages right here, I'm gonna change that so it says something different. Pages, we'll make that say socials. I really hope I spelled that right as well. Okay, that's cool. We'll change the, inspect. We'll change this. We'll make the first one Facebook. No, we'll make the first one YouTube. I don't like Facebook very much. So, YouTube. We'll change the next one to, we'll go and do no, we'll do Discord on that one. I'm gonna put Facebook on the bottom. Contact, okay, we'll delete that. Okay, I'll make this bottom one Facebook. Okay, so that's cool. Those look nice. We'll change our YouTube. I forgot what our, oh, I have it open over here actually. Never mind, no I don't. I don't feel like showing my dashboard because that might give away my, that would not give away my stream key. Never mind, I don't know why I just said that. We'll go ahead and head over to the Osbeorn Media YouTube page. Copy that. We'll change the link over here with YouTube. Paste that. So now when we come over here and we open YouTube in a new tab, there it is. Takes you to our media panel page. Sorry, not panel. Our Discord. So I made a link that like redirects to our Discord. It's supposed to be discord.osbeorn.us. I don't know if it still works. That's the thing. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay. I would like to fix that because that'll be really, that'll come in handy a lot. I don't know if I should do that in the stream or not since that's not technically part of the stream. Yeah, no, that might give away something. No, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'll just create a Discord invite. It doesn't matter that much. So I'll go ahead and come over here to our Osbeorn hosting Discord. We have two. I'll drop a link down below after I'm done with this stream. I'll edit the description. And we'll set that link to never expire. And I'll go ahead and paste that in with our Discord right there. There you go. So if we open up Discord, open link in new tab. Should work. Yep, Osbeorn hosting. Cool. I like it. Looks nice. I like it. We'll go ahead and minimize Discord now. I don't know who all uses Discord, but in my opinion, a lot of people who are signing up for a Minecraft server, they're probably going to be using Discord, so I think it's nice to have that in there. Facebook page, a lot of people got Facebook. I do, sadly. I hate Facebook. I only use it so I can moderate the Osbeorn one. Time to find our Facebook page. That's not our Facebook. This is our Facebook. Okay. I don't normally video game. Okay. I don't normally do much on our Facebook. Okay, we'll link that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Yes. Okay. Cool. It works. I like it. So that's done. We're basically done. I don't know what I linked staff members to. Okay, that just links back to this page. So I think in another stream or off stream or whatever, or off video, I don't know if I'd even record it. I'll build a page for our staff because that's gonna take a really long time. It's already 9 o'clock. I'm done building websites for today. So yeah, I think this looks really awesome. I think it's ready. I mean, of course, there's still some polishing off I need to do. I wanted to change this button color from red to purple. Perfect. Looks good. I like it. I don't like the hover color around thing. So we'll change that. You know what? I'll make that purple as well. Yes, that looks cool. All right, so I just showed you guys how to kind of build a website. Not really. I didn't really build the site in this stream. I built it a while back, but I showed you guys how to make a light website, a dark website, and change a few other things around, like some buttons and some stuff like that, some links. So now what we're gonna do is change the CSS. Okay, I'm gonna change the CSS first. Copy, come over here, main.css, paste, commit changes, and I'm also going to change the bootstrap.css, bootstrap.css, come on, there we go, and paste that, commit changes. So there you go. We've now edited the CSS. We'll go ahead and replace the HTML. That is something you're going to want to change. If you don't change the HTML, none of the information on your site will change. And what we edited just now is mostly HTML. So beta, index. Give it a second. Okay. And commit. So we're now done. We have saved our site. I'm going to give it a second so that we can make sure that everything is saved correctly. But that's now done. And these changes are not local with this right here. Okay. So once you've applied the changes and saved them in the files of the website, this is no longer needed in order to see the changes. So you'll see on my phone in a second. Or if you click on the link down below in the description, you can see this site, hopefully, as I've shown you here. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. I don't know. Yeah, I closed out the incognito version. The reason I go incognito for some of this is because it doesn't save the cookies, or it's not supposed to. I don't know if it actually does. It's not supposed to. Right here, it won't save the following cookies, but you never really know with Chrome. We'll go to beta.osbeorn.us and looks to me like it's done. We've got our purple button right there. We've got all our links that we've saved, YouTube, Discord, Facebook. All that's done. Now all I need to do is change this logo right here. I'll do that off camera. That's a graphic design thing. But we're done. And also, if I go on my phone right here, I'll go ahead and open this up. You're going to have a hard time seeing it because I got a light right here and stuff. But I'll refresh. My phone saved the cookies. That's the problem with web development. But you can see, you're going to have a hard time seeing this. It's really hard to see. I promise you it saved. So we're done. We no longer have to have this inspect element crap open. I'll just close that. I have showed you guys today how to essentially change the site from a light theme over to a dark theme, change some links, do some buttons, all that kind of stuff. This is a different kind of video than I normally do. I don't normally show my web development crap that I do. Really anything for Osbeorn. But I hope you guys found this video, informative or helpful in any way. And I expect a like and subscribe from everybody. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Drop a comment down below saying that you liked it. I'll stream more stuff like this because I do this kind of crap all the time. I'm constantly building websites for different things. And so if you want to see more of this, let me know. There's way more where this came from. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. I haven't uploaded in like 3 months, so it feels really good to get back into that. But yeah, see you guys later.